Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. On the day before Celtic will be crowned champions of Scotland again. We've got Scott McDonald and David on with me, Hamish. You may notice this isn't my living room, everyone. I've found a non-windy part of Glasgow, which is a bit of a challenge today. I'm waiting on me getting moved. I'm kind of between the Hydro and the Armadillo, where Celtic have got an event on today. So you'll find out all about that later on in the video. Scott, do you remember the days you were dragged along to events that you didn't really want to go to as a player?
Yeah, there was a few sometimes. I don't think I did too many of the convention centres or armadillos, though, to be honest, Hamish. I think it was just obviously when you had to get around the press before big games, and it was the old cliche questions in the build-up, and you really just weren't interested. You just wanted to get on with the job. Get champions or get the job done, whatever it was that you had to get done, and enjoy the moment. And I think the boys will be anxious, to say the least, going into this game, and just want to get it over the line. And there'll be a sense of relief for the players as well. It's been a long, hard season for them, and to come away with what the prize was at the beginning, Hamish, like we touched on time and time again on this chat, that the league was always the priority, regardless of everything else. Champions League status.
David, how are you feeling ahead of tomorrow night? The big opportunity to clinch the league, of course.
Aye, a lot calmer than I thought I would have been at this point in the season. Put it that way. I don't know if I'm doing him a disservice saying, doesn't it feel like we're going to win the league? It's been too anticlimactic. We've ended up doing it pretty comfortably in the end, I would say. I know if we lose, there's going to be a helicopter Sunday nonsense, which wouldn't really matter anyway. But I'm really, really calm ahead of tomorrow night. I think they'll get the job done. I think they'll get the job done pretty confidently as well. They looked really sharp against Hearts outside of the first 5 minutes or so, and we lost the goal. And the players don't look to be carrying a lot of very much a burden on their shoulders. Do you think, Scott, the pressure looks like it's maybe off them now? I mean, they'll know it's over anyway at this point. Do you think they're playing without much of pressure?
Yeah, I think that result against Rangers was the one that was always going to be the biggest one, and making sure that they didn't lose that game, like we talked about last week. Job done, wasn't it? And in terms of keeping calm, I don't imagine 50,000 were calm once Hearts scored in the first 3 minutes of the game, mind you. But the players stayed calm, and I have to say that the game itself, I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I thought it was a wonderful game. I thought Hearts came out, come to play, which was fantastic, and it made for a great event, and for obviously the neutral as well, watching, which a lot of Australians would have been as well over here. It was a fantastic game to watch, guys, I've got to say, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And obviously the goals at the end was brilliant too.
Did you have a wee smile on your face, maybe even a wee tear? Maybe not, Scott, but I certainly did when Ange's walking around, an Aussie walking around effectively celebrating his first league title as Celtic manager.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful when you can do that in front of your own fans. That was probably the one thing that I always wished upon that I never had, to do it, to celebrate with your own fans at Celtic Park. A great moment for Ange, and look, the plaudits will keep coming in for Ange throughout this period now, and what a wonderful job he's done. The recruitment over, the off season or in season, we could say, at the beginning of the season itself. The situation he came into, look, we all know it, and it's about building from here now, guys, isn't it? Let's just enjoy this moment, shall we? I think that's the most important thing before everyone gets too far ahead of themselves, because I think we've got a tendency to do that, particularly in Glasgow, where don't enjoy it for what it is, and it's been a tough couple of years for everyone, particularly not getting that 10 in a row as well, and obviously going through the whole COVID period, and now everyone's back out and able to celebrate together. So it should make for a wonderful event come Wednesday.
And obviously Tannadice, Scott. Good memories at Tannadice. You actually played for Dundee United, didn't you? I'm not misremembering that. But obviously good memories as a player as well. 2008 winning the league title there. Can we spend maybe the next 5 minutes just reminiscing?
Yeah, look, it was wonderful. Look, for me, I think the players are much luckier than what we were. Going up there, staying up at Carnoustie the night before was a nightmare. Like trying to get to sleep and trying to keep calm. I remember we trained at some venue that was near Carnoustie Golf Club at some local junior club on the morning of the game itself. And honestly, the boxes were horrendous. It was nerve central. No one was saying anything. Everyone was so quiet. We were all shitting ourselves, basically. Excuse me, but I had to say that. And I think, like I said, it's just more a sense of relief. Once we went through a tough period in that game, I think De Vries went through one-on-one in that game as well. And you're thinking, oh, my goodness, he put it by the post. There was a couple of scary moments within it. And then the big man, Jan Vennegoor, who was a great strike partner of mine, popped up with a wonderful header off Paul Hartley's corner. And, it was party time after that, guys. And then, obviously, the party starts. And I remember all of us poking our heads out the small window in the changing room, and just the fans outside Tannadice, waiting for us. It was wonderful. And I think even I threw my boots out. I think the boys were throwing all sorts of mementos out the window at the time. And it was just, it was party on from there for a good couple of days, I can tell you.
It's good memories, David, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, I remember it quite well. I was a wee bit younger at the time. But I just remember that day. I just thought the performance was quite good on the day, to be honest. I thought we were quite dominant. Probably should have had that game buried about the first 15 minutes. They did McGeady and Nakamura. I know have a couple of really good chances. But again, the build-up's so different compared to that, because we knew back in 08 going to Tannadice, any slip up, and the idea was that Rangers would win it because they were supposed to win at Pittodrie. Ended up losing that game, funnily enough. Tomorrow night it just feels like the league's won already. Like we said, there's no real nerves. Certainly from my own personal experience, I don't feel a lot of nerves going into tomorrow night. I don't think you sense the manager's very uptight going into it. Granted, he's been that way all season. And the players, again, just as we said, against Hearts, they played with such a swagger, such a confidence, almost as if the league had already been won. It was like one of those games after you've won the league. It was almost like that. So when they go out onto the Tannadice pitch, I don't expect nerves. I don't expect stuttering starts. I don't expect them to be giving the ball away for the first half an hour or anything like that. I think they're going to put in a really confident performance. Granted, not saying they're going to win 4 or 5-0. I just think performance over the course of 90 minutes will be very controlled. We've won twice there already this season as well. Really comfortable on both occasions. Dundee United and one of the players today has already come out and said they'll change their approach from Ibrox. They're going to come out and attack. It just looks like it suits Celtic down to a T, guys. Really looking forward to it.
Well, what do you think the message will be from Ange before the game, Scott?
Like it always is. Nothing. It's like a tape recorder with him. It will just be relentless. I always say that about Ange, but it is like that. Standards. Just keep playing the way that they are playing. Don't take it for granted. Enjoy this moment for what it is. You may not get it ever again. You've got to take these moments and take them for what they are, and don't take them for granted. I really believe he will be saying that to his players. Enjoy the moment. With your family, friends. These are the moments you live for as a footballer, and he'll certainly be thinking that himself as well. And I think that's a really important message for everyone that's even listening to us here now, to go and enjoy it and enjoy the occasion. Sometimes you can take it for granted, particularly when you do win 9 titles in a row. Fans get a little bit, how can you say, spoiled in a sense. So, when you miss out on one, it makes you respect it and treat it a little bit more special when you come back and win the next one again. And it's a great comeback from Celtic, because when you look at it after last year, you would have said that Celtic were probably a couple of years away of trying to get back at Rangers. You almost felt that the pendulum had swung a little bit. Steven Gerrard had finally won his first trophy. Is this going to be the beginning of a dominance and a rebuild for Celtic? But my goodness, it's been a huge, quick turnaround, and it's wonderful to see, isn't it? So I think a real enjoyment and a celebration for all and for the fans themselves that not take anything for granted, enjoy the moment and Champions League football next year.
I was just going to ask Scott, can you tell a lot with regards to what the performance is going to be like from training in the build-up? So Ange was talking up how well players had trained this week in the build-up, but does that actually mean anything, or is the match day almost a total unknown for you?
I wish it would. I wish it wasn't. I think every coach would wish that, David. Not a chance. You even sometimes look at the warm-up and think, they warmed up really good. They're lively. They're ready to go. In the first 5 minutes, bang, conceding a goal. Then you go, okay, what went wrong? So I think, look, it's just the mentality of when the whistle goes. There's nothing. You can prepare as best you can as a coach, and then it's up to the players and the mentality of the players and each individual to do their jobs. First and foremost, do what you're meant to do for your team and your teammates around you, and they'll do the same accordingly. And then the trust comes from that, and then that's how the team element becomes the team. By doing your job solely, firstly. And it's really interesting that we talked about last week. Me and you, David, were like, well, we'll just take a result. We don't care if it's style or not. And Hamish was like, oh, I want 4, I want 5. We're probably the opposite this week now. We're going, oh, we want 4 or 5. The league's, they're relaxed. It was all about the result against Hearts, and just making sure that you're one hand on the trophy. Now it's, let's do it in style. And I think Celtic can do that now, like you said, because they'll be in a lot more in a relaxed state. Not to say that the performance against Hearts wasn't very good, because I thought it was, considering going 1-0 down. But I think we're in for a treat tomorrow night.
Do you think if you were a player in this team, Scott, you would be looking forward to it? Do you think you would be, thinking in your mind, what an opportunity here just to go and enjoy our football? We're going to play in front of probably 5,000-6,000 Celtic fans, and we can put this league to bed in style.
Yeah, absolutely, because I've been wanting to be the man who scored the goals to do that. So I think there'll be numerous players in that team and in that squad that will be trying a bit to be that, to be remembered as the people that got Celtic over the line. They're the special moments, and you want goals at those crucial times. So there'll be a real hunger and desire from the players themselves to stamp that, because the season goes round and round, but we all remember Jan scoring that goal, don't we? And with clinching the top. So it's times like that, and you live for those moments as a player as well. So that'll be going through a lot of their minds as well. Sort of just imaging the moment for tomorrow night and being that person that does that, I imagine.
Thing is, if you're a player, if you're a Celtic player right now, and you are not looking forward to tomorrow night, my God, why are you there? Honestly, because it's probably going to be one of the smoothest sort of ends to a title race that we could have imagined at the start of the season. If anybody would have said that the title race would have been just about over with a couple of games to go, you would have thought, well, it's going Rangers' way. So I think, with what's there for us tomorrow, how can you not look forward to that as a player? Why are you at the club? Why'd you sign if you can't get yourself up for it and you can't look forward to that tomorrow? Again, nobody's given off that vibe, though, have they? There's no player in that Celtic starting 11, or even the matchday squad of the weekend that you'd look at and say, I don't fancy him. I don't fancy him during the week. I don't fancy him to deal with the nerves of the occasion during the week. So I think it's just excitement sweeping the support more than anything, guys, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we'll come back and pick our team in a wee minute. Before that, we'll just let you know why I'm here today. Celtic are doing a kind of press conference type day for Celtic the Musical, which is returning very soon here at the Armadillo. So let's just have a wee look at what happened earlier today. Hi everyone, we're here today at the SEC Armadillo in Glasgow, where Celtic have arranged a press event with first team players Carl Starfelt and Anthony Ralston ahead of the return of Celtic the Musical here at the Armadillo in September. Now, I've heard a lot of people that have gone to this in the past and really enjoyed it. Basically, never been myself, Celtic have given us a bit of a press release here. I think it's a musical that tells the story of Celtic. It mentions legends like Jock Stein, Billy McNeil, Bobby Murdoch, Jimmy Johnson, as well as telling the story of Celtic today, Celtic in the last 20 years, and also work done by different facets of the club like the foundation. It's got lots of stars in it. It's a brilliant night out, and they've arranged a day today where we're going to be able to chat to Anthony Ralston and Carl Starfelt. I guess with what's to come tomorrow night at Tannadice, we won't have too many questions on the musical itself, but here's what the guys had to say, starting with Carl Starfelt, and then we'll get Anthony Ralston, and then we'll get back to Scott and David. Must be looking forward to tomorrow, Carl, and the chance to win the league.
Yeah, of course. It's a big game. It's not every day have the chance to win the league, so we will. It's a big moment for us, and I hope we can take the chance.
Can I just ask you about your start you made to life at Celtic? I felt you came in for some quite harsh criticism in your early months, as did the team. How did you deal with that?
No, I didn't deal with it too much. To be fair, I don't read a lot of Scottish media. To be honest, of course, I'm pretty critical of myself as well. So, but I have changed club a couple of times. I know it was gonna take some time to get everything right. Also with the new playing style and everything. So I was just calm, trying to work hard every training and come in with good energy every day. And that's how I dealt with it. Yeah.
And you formed a really good partnership with Cameron. How does that work? Is one person the vocal person? How does the dynamic work between the two of you?
No, I think usually it's just like a chemistry between each other. Like playing with each other more and more, it gives understanding. And then also, like outside of the pitch, we connect very good. So we become like good friends. So also we can speak very openly about situations on the pitch, which also helps. And it's also like when you have a good relationship, you can also like not criticize each other, but you can speak more freely without someone taking offense, or it's very sensitive. So I think that has helped us, and obviously that I think he's a very good player, so that also helps.
Just finally from me, if you get the result tomorrow night, you'll become the latest Swedish person to win a league title. Larsson, Guidetti, Johan Mjällby. What does that mean to you, or what could it mean to you if we get the result?
No, of course it's very big. No matter of the Swedish guys who's been here before, it's my first. It would be my first league title, so it will be a huge moment for me. And also, like with the fan base these clubs have, we know how much it would mean to all our fans. So that makes it even better. But of course, Celtic has a big history of Swedish players, and it has a very good reputation in Sweden, so it will make it even more fun.
Brilliant, all the best.
Thank you.
Have you had a chance to speak to any of the former Celtic Swedish players since you got to the club?
No, actually not. I don't know them personally, so I haven't done that.
And on Carter Vickers, is he giving you or the team any indication that he might be here next season?
No.
Have you not get yet?
No, I haven't heard. I don't think I know anything that you don't know. So
would you like to see him stay? Obviously, if you've got that partnership with him, to kind of build.
Yeah, I think I like to play with him a lot. I think he's a very good player. He's done brilliant for the club this year, and then the rest is not up to me. But yeah, we will wait and see.
Carl, will this be the biggest night of your club career so far? Tomorrow or Saturday if need be?
Yeah, you could say so. If we manage to get the trophy home, that would be probably the biggest thing I've done in my career so far.
What about, you spoke about the relationship with Cameron Carter-Vickers, but what about guys like Joe Hart and Callum McGregor, leaders in the dressing room? How much have they helped you personally on and off the pitch?
I think they've helped the team massively. But I can say that about almost or like any of the players in the dressing room. Everyone has contributed in their way, and but Callum and Joe has been big leaders in the dressing room, and they're very vocal guys. So also they have a lot of experience, and I think you need some guys with the experience, especially like Callum, who has been here and had success in Celtic before. I think that gives like a security to the rest of the guys. They can feel a little calmer. So no, they've been very good, but so has many players.
When a bit of a tough start after the first 3 away games, but did yourself or the team ever lose belief in what was happening this season?
No, I would say we didn't lose belief. We did have a bit of a rough start, but still, like I know our 2-3 first home games, we were still playing very good football. So we knew that it would take a little bit of time to get everything right and to get those stable performances. But still, with these games, you could see the benefit of playing this way, and how like when it works, we were like crushing opponents. So I think that also was good, and also the manager has been very good in what do you say, like persuading the players of his playing style. He's been very clear, and he's been like when he's been speaking, he's been so certain that this is the way to go and it will work and stuff like this. So I think everyone got on board very early.
So do you think that'll work well in the Champions League next season?
Yeah, we will for sure go there and play our football, and then we will see how far it takes us.
Good man.
I was just going to ask, obviously for a lot of the season we were 6 points behind, but after we got top we've never led. Is the manager's message remain consistent throughout, and did you always believe we could win the league?
Yeah, I think we believed we could win the league. Obviously we knew it was going to be tough, since we knew that like Rangers, for example, they don't drop a lot of points as well, so we couldn't afford to drop too many points. But yeah, the playing style, it was very consistent. It was just like changing small details, like learning the players to play this way. But I would say the full group had belief all the way.
Yeah, I think it's been an excellent season, and to go the last 30 league games unbeaten has been fantastic. Does it feel that this really is the high point now, to go tomorrow and finish the job and win the league?
Yeah, of course. We will try to get in a good performance tomorrow. Also, we know that it will be a lot of Celtic fans there as well. We want to please them and play our best football. But of course, it's a big moment for all of us, for the players, for the fans, for the staff. Many of us, it's our first time we win the league with Celtic. So I think it will be a big game for many of us.
Best of luck tomorrow. Thanks very much.
Carol, it's obviously Celtic the musical. You're going to get a song soon, do you think, from the fans?
I hope I don't have to do that, but we will see.
You must be looking forward to tomorrow and the chance to win the league.
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's an opportunity for us all to go up and to you know, see it over the line, and but do it the right way. You know, we want to go up there and we want to make we want to put on a good performance for the travelling fans, and also to really do it the right way, and you know, not just, you know, see it over the line.
It's obviously Celtic the musical. I saw you on Saturday maybe getting a wee song, giving a wee thumbs up and applause to the support as well.
Aye, no, for sure. I like a wee musical. That's you know, I've got a young daughter, so it's always on in the house. So you know, I don't think you'd want to hear my singing voice right now, so I'll probably leave that for another day.
Has this been your favourite season of your career so far? You've played a lot of seasons, but this one you've been more than a bit part player, and you've really been a solid member of the squad.
I appreciate that first and foremost, and yeah, I'd say so. This has been my favourite season as a Celtic player. You know, I've been able to contribute to the team in a positive way. It's been special, and I've played the games that I've played. So no, for sure, this has been my favourite season.
The squad's looking stronger now, and yourself and Juranovic, the right back position, strong. But how much does he push you on and you push him on for the position?
Yeah, you know, it's healthy competition. Me and Jura are friends off the pitch, and we help each other when we're on it. You know, if he's in and he's playing, I support him fully. If I'm in and I'm playing, he supports me, and it's something that we've developed over the course of the season. With the amount of games that there is, you need to, you know, both of us will be playing. But yeah, he's been terrific since he comes in, and he deserves all the plaudits that he gets.
Top man.
So this time last year, could you envision like you're about to go and play Dundee United against Dundee United to win the league, and you're a big part of the squad? Would you have seen that last season?
Truthfully, no. Of course, it was a difficult season, which I've touched on in previous previous conversations. But I never gave up. You know, it was something that I worked hard in training every day, and believed that if my chance had to come, I'd be able to take it. So I'm glad that I've done that, and I've now been able to put myself in the position that I'm in now. And I'm delighted with it.
How much do you think Ange has done for your career since he's come in?
He's gave me the opportunity. You know, he gave me the confidence that players in my position at that time will need, and he gave me, you know, like I said, overall the opportunity to go in and play. And he's obviously come in with the role as a full-back, and he's coached me in the way that he has to make me develop in that position and play the position a different way, which I've loved doing and embraced it. And no, he's definitely helped me a lot.
Brilliant. All the best for tomorrow.
Thanks, mate.
5 years ago, you would have played in the Champions League, that famous one with you and Neymar. How exciting is it to get back into the Champions League? We've been at it for a couple of years, and that's obviously the big prize for winning this league.
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's, when you're at this club, it's a demand to be in Europe, and it should be. And there's no better place to be than Champions League. So it's definitely something that, of course, with the league, but that also comes as well, and it's something that, I mean, everybody involved, players, staff, will be looking forward to. You know, it's a brilliant competition to be involved in.
Scott Brown retired during the week. He was a massive part of the club for so long. Now Callum's going to win his first title as captain. What is he like in the dressing room, and how influential has he been taking over the captaincy?
Yeah, he's been brilliant. It's not easy to you know, fill the boots of Brunier, because you've seen obviously how influential he was on the club. And you know, Carl stepped up and done brilliant since he's come in. He's really took the role well, and you know, all the boys are right behind him and supported him as well. And it'll be a proud moment for myself and all the boys to see him lift the trophy if we can get over the line. So yeah, for sure.
So best of luck tomorrow. Cheers.
Thanks, mate.
Enjoy yourself tomorrow night. Right, guys, so very interesting. We'll pick our teams now, if you don't mind. Same team as Saturday. Turnbull came in on Saturday, Scott. I think I called that actually on the channel, not to toot my own horn too much. Do we think he'll start again at Tannadice or Hatate, or even will Rogic come back in?
Yeah, I think we'll see Hatate. I think we might see Rogic, and I think we might see Giakoumakis as well. I think we might see a few changes. I really do. You know, Riley was great though, wasn't he? So I just think, obviously, short space of time, and you know, only a quick turnaround in 3 to 4 days. I know they do it every other week, Celtic, but you might be thinking maybe just to freshen it up a little bit. I don't think there'll be any change to the back four. It's that midfield and attacking area where he might just freshen it up a bit. And obviously, Rogic has got a great record against Dundee United there, and performed well and scored, you know, the goal of the season there. So maybe in the back of his mind that's the case, and Tom gives them problems. So I think he might start.
I'm sure we've asked you in the past about Giakoumakis, Scott, but he just strikes me as your kind of player. You must love watching him in terms of the goals he scored. Dare I say it without offending you, a bit of arrogance in his play as well that you maybe had?
I like his aggression more than anything. I think he has to work on trying to buy the foul a little bit better at times. I don't mind him doing that. It's just how he does it. And Scottish referees, if you do it too often, even when you do get fouled, you're not going to get it. So you need to pick and choose your moments better. But I love the way he puts himself about, and he's hungry, isn't he? You can just see that his desire's there. But look, same with all of them. Kyogo's hunger, Maeda's hunger. You know, but look, you can't fault any of the players in terms of their hunger, their desire, and their commitment, and in terms of how they press for the team. So, but yeah, I like his physical presence up there. In certain games, particularly. And because Kyogo's just not 100% at it right now for me, guys. He's not being back to his best, and that's clear and understandable for the length of time that he was out, to expect him to hit the ground running as well as he was playing. But we can certainly expect him to be, you know, at his elite best again come the start of the season.
The Hatate question's an interesting one, guys, right? Because Ange took him out, obviously, for the Hearts game. And about a week before, he said, well, more or less, the reason I keep playing Hatate is because there's a relentlessness at Celtic, and he needs to get used to that, right? I think he took him out of the Hearts game probably because of tiredness. I thought he actually did well when he came on for the last 20 minutes or so. Do you guys think that's a one-game thing? Do you think Hatate's going to come in on Wednesday night? I've got a feeling he will. I think it was a one-match thing from from Ange, and I think he will put him back in. In terms of who would drop out, I think O'Reilly will go back on the bench, as harsh as it sounds, to be honest. I think Rogic might come in. So I was just wondering your perspective on that, Scott. Do you think that 1 game break will be enough of a break for Hatate, and do you think he'll come in this week?
I do think he comes back in. I think he comes back in for David Turnbull straight away. I think David's going to find it, this is my opinion going forward, I think David's going to find it very difficult to get into that Celtic starting lineup next season. I think it's going to be very difficult for him. Not to say it's impossible, but I think Hatate has already shown that he's Ange's man. But, that could change. It could change. It depends on performances. But I really do see Hatate being a stalwart for Celtic. We've already seen his qualities. Yes, he has struggled and fatigued. He does need a break. And obviously, again, he talked about, and this was always a concern with players when you bring them from overseas, that the settling in period and understanding not just the language barrier, but the lifestyle, the food, everything goes with it for these guys. No matter if you're with 3 other guys that are from that country, some will take to it better than others. It's just an individual thing, isn't it? So not to say that he struggled, but in more recent times, we can see the fatigue's been there, and he's played more than anyone else, hasn't he? In terms of his minutes and numbers. So the break will do him well. Really interested to see how Ideguchi is going to come on over the pre-season period, and if he's going to be someone that's going to be an added addition for next year or just a squad member. Maeda, is there more to come? I certainly hope so. There's no question about his work rate. Sometimes his qualities are a little bit different to what we would see as a Japanese player from a technical aspect compared to the others, which has really been interesting for me to see. But he does strike the fear in you because of how he presses you. He's just so committed in how he does that, and he gets goals. He does get goals, so he's effective in what he does as well. But yeah, I mean, we can talk about this all day long and be excited about what's next for Celtic, but let's just focus on enjoying the moment, guys.
And I think we're going to. In a week's time, guys, we'll have no matches to talk about anymore, and we won't have any more matches for the best part of 2 months until pre-season comes back. So I think you're right, Scott. You've hit the nail on the head. Let's enjoy every minute of the next week or so as we celebrate being champions. Speaking of which, what's your plan, Scott? Is it an early start for you to watch the game?
Yeah, we'll be 4:30 in the morning, guys. But I'll tell you what, there'll be lots of people in Australia watching that at 4:30. I can assure you that. And as soon as that game's over, that will be newsbound all around Australia. That will be pounded around, no doubt. Ange winning the title. It's big news over here, and everyone's wanting a piece of me at the moment, asking me questions and wanting to be on all sorts of things for Ange's heroics. So it's great though, isn't it? I mean, it's great for us over here in Australia, because he's certainly putting football on the map again. It's been a real struggle in recent times. I think I talked about it in terms of since COVID for the game, but he's doing a great job in representing Australian football.
And David, Scott got some really bad news. He's doing a podcast tomorrow night, after the game, and John McGinley's on it as well. So that's right. Horrible news. I'm really sorry to hear that, Scott. You need to put up with John.
What happened to you? You're just gutted it's not you, Hamish.
I'm reserved, Scott. I'm reserved. John is honestly, and David will back me up here, nobody knows Ange better in terms of what he said this season than John. Every tweet John puts out is basically an update on Ange's life.
Brilliant. Well, we'll have Chris on there as well, so it should be a good one to listen into at some point, guys. Well, get a banter, no doubt, with Chris Sutton on there as well.
Yeah, David, what's your plans?
Well, nobody's asked me for anything, so I'll just be. I'll just enjoy the game. I'll enjoy the celebrations, and I'll take a look at the reaction after that. I can't wait. Really, really looking forward to it. As I say, I think the performance is going to be great. I think the occasion is going to be special. You can just picture back to your way to Tannadice, can't you? And you remember the atmosphere that night. It's going to be similar, although no away fans in the home end, mind. That's been ruled out.
We'll see.
Might just find a few stumble their way in anyway. We'll see.
You get a ticket, any of you two, or what?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be there.
Hamish did.
So I'll be celebrating, and there'll be plenty of content on the channel. I think we've got a reaction after the game with Asim. Thursday, I'm actually staying over in Dundee on Wednesday night, so Thursday we'll do a wee video, maybe record that from the V&A or something like that to give people a bit of perspective on the east coast of Scotland. So looking forward to it. Scott, final comment ever on the channel before Celtic become champions? No pressure. It's over to you. Send us off in style.
Hail, hail. Good morning, Toops. Champions. There you go.
Love it. Thanks so much, guys. Enjoy your night/morning, and we'll catch up with you very soon.